Property and Casualty Exam Prep Georgia Tech.
Question 1. A patient with a brown recluse spider bite may develop. Option A, neurotoxicity. Option B, local tissue necrosis, hemolysis, and systemic symptoms. Option C, severe muscle cramps. Option D, ascending paralysis.
The correct answer is option C, competent parties. While many insurance contracts are written, oral contracts can sometimes be valid. The four elements are offer/acceptance, consideration, competent parties, and legal purpose. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 2. Primary insurance in a commercial auto policy means: Option A. The policy pays only after other insurance is exhausted. Option B. The policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Option C. The policy does not pay at all. Option D. The policy shares equally with other insurance. The correct answer is option B. The policy pays first, before other applicable insurance. Primary coverage pays first, regardless of other available insurance. Question 3. A PAP with split limits of 50/100/25 means: Option A, $50,000 property damage per accident. Option B, $50,000 bodily injury per person, $100,000 bodily injury per accident, $25,000 property damage. Option C, $50,000 combined single limit. Option D, $25,000 bodily injury per person. The correct answer is option A, $50,000 property damage per accident. Split limits are by per person/by per accident/PD per accident. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 4. The abandonment clause in a property policy states: Option A. The insured must abandon damaged property. Option B. The insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. Option C. The insurer must accept abandoned property. Option D. The insured can demand the insurer take the property. The correct answer is option B. The insured cannot abandon damaged property to the insurer. The insured cannot abandon damaged property and demand the insurer pay the full policy limit. Question 5. The premises and operations hazard and liability insurance covers: Option A. Products sold by the insured. Option B. Bodily injury and property damage arising from the insured's premises and business operations. Option C. Completed work. Option D. Professional services. The correct answer is option B. Bodily injury and property damage arising from the insured's premises and business operations. Premises and operations covers injuries arising from the ownership, maintenance, or use of premises and business operations. Question 6. Employment practices liability insurance, EPLI, covers: Option A. Workers' compensation claims. Option B. Claims alleging discrimination, harassment, wrongful termination, and retaliation. Option C. General liability. Option D. Automobile accidents. The correct answer is option C. General liability. EPLI covers employment-related wrongful acts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 7. A drive other car endorsement extends coverage for: Option A. Any vehicle the insured drives. Option B. The named insured to drive non-owned vehicles not otherwise covered. Option C. Only rental cars. Option D. Only business vehicles. The correct answer is option C. Only rental cars. This endorsement provides coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle but regularly drive others' cars. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 8. The liquor liability coverage form covers: Option A. Social hosts. Option B. Businesses that sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages. Option C. All alcohol-related claims. Option D. Only bars. The correct answer is option C. All alcohol-related claims. Liquor liability covers businesses in the alcohol industry. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 9. The cancellation clause in a property policy typically requires: Option A. No notice to the insured. Option B. Advance written notice to the insured, with timeframes varying by reason. Option C. Immediate cancellation without notice. Option D. Court approval. The correct answer is option D. Court approval. Insurers must provide advance notice of cancellation. Timeframes vary by state and reason for cancellation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 10. Subrogation allows the insurer to: Option A. Cancel the policy at any time. Option B. Pursue recovery from a negligent third party after paying the insured's claim. Option C. Deny all claims. Option D. Increase premiums retroactively. The correct answer is option A. Cancel the policy at any time. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 11. An insurer must acknowledge a claim within, option A, 1 year, option B, a reasonable time, often specified by state law, example, 10 to 30 days, option C, 6 months, option D, no time limit. The correct answer is option D, no time limit. State laws specify timeframes for claim acknowledgement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 12. An appraisal clause in a property policy is used to, option A, determine the premium, option B, resolve disputes over the value of damaged property, option C, assess the insured's credit score, option D, determine liability. The correct answer is option A, determine the premium. Appraisal is an alternative dispute resolution process where each party selects an appraiser. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. Which of the following is a type of insurer owned by its policyholders? Option A, stock company, option B, mutual company, option C, Lloyd's Association, option D, surplus lines insurer. The correct answer is option A, stock company. Mutual companies are owned by policyholders who share in dividends. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 14. An experience modification factor in workers' compensation, option A, has no effect on premium, option B, adjusts premium based on the employer's loss experience compared to industry average, option C, always increases premium, option D, always decreases premium. The correct answer is option D, always decreases premium. Experience mod reflects the employer's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 15. A non-owned auto under a commercial auto policy is, option A, an auto owned by the business, option B, an auto used in the business but not owned, leased, or hired, typically employee-owned vehicles, option C, only rental cars, option D, only borrowed vehicles. The correct answer is option B, an auto used in the business but not owned, leased, or hired, typically employee-owned vehicles. Non-owned autos are typically employee-owned vehicles used for business purposes. Question 16. The modified comparative negligence rule means a plaintiff can recover if, option A, they are less than 51% at fault, in most states using this rule, option B, they are any percentage at fault, option C, they are 0% at fault, option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. The correct answer is option D, the defendant is 100% at fault. Under the 50% rule, the plaintiff must be 50% or less at fault to recover. Under the 51% rule, they must be less than 51%. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 17. An insured contract in a CGL policy includes, option A, all contracts without exception, option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements, option C, only construction contracts, option D, only employment contracts. The correct answer is option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements. Insured contracts are specific types of contracts where liability assumed is covered. Question 18. Protective safeguards endorsements in commercial property insurance, option A, have no effect on coverage, option B, require the insured to maintain specified protective devices, sprinklers, alarms, option C, increase coverage, option D, reduce premiums without conditions. The correct answer is option D, reduce premiums without conditions. Protective safeguard endorsements require maintenance of specified safety devices. Failure can suspend coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 19. In property insurance, at what point must insurable interest generally exist? Option A, only at the time of policy application, option B, at the time of loss, option C, when the premium is paid, option D, both at application and at the time of loss. The correct answer is option C, when the premium is paid. For property and casualty insurance, insurable interest is required at the time of loss. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 20. Garage keeper's legal liability covers, option A, the garage building, option B, damage to customers' vehicles in the garage's care, custody, or control, option C, the garage owner's personal auto, option D, employee injuries. The correct answer is option C, the garage owner's personal auto. Garage keeper's coverage protects against damage to customers' vehicles at the garage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 21. The mortgage clause in a property policy protects, option A, the insured, option B, the mortgage lender's interest in the property, option C, the insurance company, option D, the real estate agent. The correct answer is option D, the real estate agent. The standard mortgage clause protects the mortgagee by giving them rights under the policy. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 22. The CGL policy covers which of the following? Option A, employee injuries. Option B, bodily injury and property damage to third parties. Option C, damage to the insured's own property. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, damage to the insured's own property. CGL covers third-party buy and PD, not first-party losses. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 23. A contract where the insurer's obligation to pay is contingent upon an uncertain event is known as Option A, commutative contract. Option B, aleatory contract. Option C, adhesion contract. Option D, unilateral contract. The correct answer is option D, unilateral contract. An aleatory contract involves an unequal exchange of value. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 24. Specific insurance means, Option A, a blanket limit for all property. Option B, a separate limit for each specific item or location. Option C, unlimited coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, unlimited coverage. Specific insurance applies a distinct limit to each described item or location. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 25. A total loss in auto insurance occurs when, Option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. Option B, the repair cost plus salvage value equals or exceeds the vehicle's ACV. Option C, the insured decides not to repair. Option D, the insurer decides. The correct answer is option A, the vehicle needs minor repairs. A total loss is determined by comparing repair cost to ACV. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 26. A commercial property policy's outdoor property coverage typically includes Option A, buildings. Option B, fences, signs, and plants with sublimits. Option C, inventory. Option D, equipment. The correct answer is option B, fences, signs, and plants with sublimits. Outdoor property, fences, signs, trees, shrubs, is typically covered with specific sublimits. Question 27. A loss payee differs from a mortgagee in that a loss payee, Option A, has an ownership interest in the property. Option B, has a financial interest but not necessarily an ownership interest. Option C, is always the insured. Option D, has no rights under the policy. The correct answer is option A, has an ownership interest in the property. A loss payee, example, equipment lessor, has a financial interest but may not hold a mortgage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 28. Estoppel prevents a party from, Option A, filing a claim. Option B, denying a fact that has been previously established by their actions. Option C, paying premiums. Option D, canceling a policy. The correct answer is option D, canceling a policy. Estoppel prevents someone from asserting something contrary to what their previous actions or statements implied. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 29. Debris removal coverage in a property policy, Option A, is never included. Option B, pays for the cost of removing debris after a covered loss. Option C, covers only earthquake debris. Option D, is the same as pollution coverage. The correct answer is option D, is the same as pollution coverage. Debris removal coverage is typically included as an additional coverage, subject to policy limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 30. The National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC, Option A, is a federal regulatory body. Option B, drafts model laws and standards for state adoption. It has no direct regulatory authority. Option C, sells insurance. Option D, licenses agents directly. The correct answer is option D, licenses agents directly. The NAIC is a coordinating body of state regulators. It drafts models but doesn't regulate directly. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 31. The loss payable clause in a property policy. Option A, names the insured. Option B, designates who receives the loss payment, example, a loss payee. Option C, states the premium. Option D, lists exclusions. The correct answer is option D, lists exclusions. The loss payable clause identifies a loss payee, such as a lender, entitled to receive claim payments. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 32. An occurrence liability policy covers, Option A, only claims made during the policy period. Option B, injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. Option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Option D, only intentional acts. The correct answer is option C, only claims reported within 60 days. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage that occurs during the policy period, even if the claim is made years later. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 33. Waiver of subrogation endorsement in a commercial auto policy. Option A, increases subrogation rights. Option B, prevents the insurer from pursuing recovery against a specified party. Option C, allows the insured to sue anyone. Option D, voids coverage. The correct answer is option C, allows the insured to sue anyone. Waiver of subrogation gives up the insurer's right to recover from a specified third party. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 34. Towing and labor coverage in a PAP. Option A, covers major repairs. Option B, pays for emergency roadside assistance and towing. Option C, is automatically included. Option D, replaces collision coverage. The correct answer is option A, covers major repairs. Towing and labor is an optional coverage for roadside assistance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 35. Direct primary garage keepers coverage pays. Option A, only if the garage is legally liable. Option B, for damage to customers' vehicles regardless of fault. Option C, only for fire damage. Option D, only for theft. The correct answer is option C, only for fire damage. Direct primary pays regardless of fault, up to policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 36. The term stock in a commercial property policy refers to: Option A, shares of ownership. Option B, merchandise held for sale, raw materials, and work in progress. Option C, equipment. Option D, real estate. The correct answer is option C, equipment. Stock is the insured's inventory, raw materials, goods in process, and finished goods. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 37. Part D of a PAP provides: Option A, liability coverage. Option B, medical payments coverage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, coverage for damage to your auto, physical damage. The correct answer is option B, medical payments coverage. Part D covers collision and other than collision, comprehensive, damage to the insured vehicle. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 38. Pollution coverage under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, broadly covered. Option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Option C, automatically included. Option D, covered only for bodily injury. The correct answer is option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Pollution from auto accidents may be covered, but broader pollution is excluded without endorsement. Question 39. Uninsured motorist, coverage typically pays for: Option A, damage to the insured's vehicle from a hit-and-run driver. Option B, bodily injury to the insured caused by an uninsured or hit-and-run driver. Option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states. Option D, all hit-and-run property damage. The correct answer is option C, property damage from uninsured drivers in all states. Primarily covers bodily injury from uninsured motorists. Some states also have property damage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 40. The pro rata liability clause applies when: Option A, only one policy covers the loss. Option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Option C, the insured is liable for part of the loss. Option D, the insurer cancels the policy. The correct answer is option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Pro rata liability means each insurer pays its proportionate share of the loss based on policy limits. Question 41. A vehicle used for delivery services, pizza, packages, under a PAP. Option A, is always covered. Option B, may be excluded under the business use exclusion unless endorsed. Option C, is fully covered for all business uses. Option D, requires a commercial policy only. The correct answer is option D, requires a commercial policy only. Business use of a personal vehicle may be excluded. Delivery endorsements or commercial policies may be needed. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 42. A motor truck cargo policy covers: Option A, the truck itself. Option B, cargo being transported by truck for hire. Option C, liability for truck accidents. Option D, the truck driver. The correct answer is option D, the truck driver. Motor truck cargo covers the carrier's legal liability for cargo damage or loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 43. Symbol 9 in a business auto policy designates: Option A, non-owned autos only. Option B, any auto. Option C, hired autos. Option D, specifically described autos. The correct answer is option A, non-owned autos only. Symbol 9 covers non-owned autos, employee-owned vehicles used in business. Question 44. A non-waiver agreement is: Option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. Option B, A document signed by the insured allowing the insurer to investigate without waiving policy defenses. Option C. An agreement not to cancel the policy. Option D. A waiver of premium. The correct answer is option A. An agreement to waive all policy conditions. A non-waiver agreement permits investigation while preserving the insurer's right to later deny coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 45. The transfer of risk from an individual to an insurance company in exchange for a premium is known as option A. Risk avoidance. Option B. Risk retention. Option C. Risk transfer. Option D. Risk reduction. The correct answer is option D. Risk reduction. Risk transfer shifts the financial burden of a potential loss to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 46. A claims-made liability policy covers claims that are option A. Caused by an occurrence during the policy period, regardless of when reported. Option B. First made against the insured during the policy period. Option C. Made at any time after the policy expires. Option D. Reported before the policy begins. The correct answer is option B. First made against the insured during the policy period. Claims-made policies cover claims first made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred, subject to retroactive date. Question 47. A salvage title is issued when option A. A vehicle is new. Option B. A vehicle has been declared a total loss by an insurer. Option C. A vehicle is leased. Option D. A vehicle has no damage. The correct answer is option A. A vehicle is new. A salvage title indicates the vehicle was totaled and may have been rebuilt. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 48. The PAPS arbitration provision applies to option A. All disputes. Option B. Disputes over the amount of damages under UM/UIM coverage. Option C. Coverage disputes. Option D. Liability disputes. The correct answer is option B. Disputes over the amount of damages under UM/UIM coverage. Arbitration is often used to resolve disputes about the value of UM/UIM claims. Question 49. The prudent person rule in insurance investing. Option A. Allows any investment. Option B. Requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Option C. Has no investment limits. Option D. Only applies to stock companies. The correct answer is option B. Requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Insurers must invest conservatively to protect policyholder funds. Question 50. A reporting form for commercial auto physical damage. Option A. Has a fixed premium. Option B. Requires monthly reporting of vehicle values with premium adjustments. Option C. Has no premium. Option D. Only applies to liability. The correct answer is option D. Only applies to liability. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating values, with premiums adjusted based on reports. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 51. Personal and advertising injury under a CGL includes option A. Bodily injury. Option B. Libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Option C. Property damage. Option D. Physical injuries only. The correct answer is option B. Libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B covers non-physical offenses. Question 52. Fiduciary liability insurance covers option A. General business operations. Option B. Breach of fiduciary duty in managing employee benefit plans. Option C. Automobile liability. Option D. Workers' compensation. The correct answer is option C. Automobile liability. Fiduciary liability covers claims arising from mismanagement of employee benefit plans. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 53. An HO6 policy covers option A. Single-family homes. Option B. Renters. Option C. Condominium unit owners. Option D. Mobile homes. The correct answer is option C. Condominium unit owners. HO6 is the condominium unit owners form. Question 54. A builder's risk policy covers option A. Completed buildings. Option B. Buildings under construction and materials on site. Option C. Liability only. Option D. Workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D. Workers' compensation. Builder's risk covers buildings in the course of construction, including materials and equipment. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 55. A hostile fire is option A. A fire contained in its intended place. Option B. A fire that leaves its intended place and causes damage. Option C. A friendly fire. Option D. Not covered by insurance. The correct answer is option A. A fire contained in its intended place. A hostile fire escapes its intended confines, fireplace, furnace, and causes damage, it is covered. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 56. Knows coverage, prior acts coverage, provides. Option A, coverage for future claims. Option B, coverage for incidents that occurred before the new claims-made policy's inception. Option C, coverage for the insured's nose injury. Option D, no coverage. The correct answer is option B, coverage for incidents that occurred before the new claims-made policy's inception. Nose coverage provides retroactive coverage under a new claims-made policy for prior incidents. Question 57. A Business Owner's Policy, BOP, combines. Option A, only property coverage. Option B, property and liability coverage for eligible small businesses. Option C, only liability coverage. Option D, only workers' compensation. The correct answer is option B, property and liability coverage for eligible small businesses. BOPs package property and liability for small businesses. Question 58. Valuable papers and records coverage covers. Option A, all documents. Option B, the cost to reconstruct or replace valuable papers and records. Option C, only electronic records. Option D, only financial records. The correct answer is option D, only financial records. This covers the cost to research, replace, or reconstruct damaged valuable documents. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 59. A commercial umbrella policy provides. Option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess liability coverage over underlying policies, potentially with broader coverage. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option D, health insurance. Umbrella policies provide additional limits above underlying liability policies. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 60. The nuclear energy liability exclusion in a commercial auto policy. Option A, covers nuclear accidents. Option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Option C, is optional. Option D, only applies to power plants. The correct answer is option B, excludes losses from nuclear energy hazards, covered by specialized nuclear pools. Nuclear risks are excluded and insured through specialized nuclear insurance pools. Question 61. An additional insured endorsement. Option A, reduces coverage. Option B, extends coverage to another person or organization for liability arising from the named insured's operations. Option C, cancels the policy. Option D, increases the premium without adding coverage. The correct answer is option A, reduces coverage. Additional insured status extends liability protection to parties with a business relationship to the named insured. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 62. A commercial property policy's coverage extensions provide. Option A, unlimited additional coverage. Option B, limited additional coverage for specific items like newly acquired property. Option C, no additional benefits. Option D, liability coverage. The correct answer is option D, liability coverage. Coverage extensions provide automatic additional coverage for items like newly acquired property, with sublimits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 63. Risk retention as a risk management technique means. Option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Option B, avoiding the risk entirely. Option C, accepting the risk and bearing the financial consequences. Option D, reducing the risk through safety measures. The correct answer is option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Risk retention involves accepting the financial consequences of a loss oneself. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 64. Tail coverage, extended reporting period, provides. Option A, coverage for incidents before the retroactive date. Option B, an extended period to report claims after a claims-made policy ends. Option C, coverage for intentional acts. Option D, extended policy limits. The correct answer is option A, coverage for incidents before the retroactive date. Tail coverage extends the reporting period after a claims-made policy is cancelled or non-renewed. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 65. Symbol 7 in a business auto policy designates. Option A, any auto. Option B, specifically described autos. Option C, hired autos only. Option D, non-owned autos only. The correct answer is option C, hired autos only. Symbol 7 covers specifically described, scheduled, vehicles. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 66. The primary regulator of the insurance industry in the United States is. Option A, the federal government. Option B, individual state insurance departments. Option C, the NAIC directly. Option D, the SEC. The correct answer is option B, Individual state insurance departments. Insurance is primarily regulated by the states under the McCarran-Ferguson Act. Question 67. An insurer must pay or deny a claim within, option A, 1 year, option B, a specified period after receiving proof of loss, varies by state, option C, no time limit, option D, 6 months. The correct answer is option A, 1 year. Prompt payment laws require timely resolution of claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 68. The automatic increase in insurance endorsement. Option A, increases premiums without notice. Option B, automatically increases coverage limits periodically to account for inflation. Option C, reduces coverage. Option D, applies only to liability. The correct answer is option A, increases premiums without notice. This endorsement provides an automatic increase in building limits at regular intervals. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 69. The pair and set clause in a homeowner's policy means, option A, the insurer pays the full value for one of a pair, option B, the insurer pays the difference between the value of the pair and the value of the remaining item, option C, no coverage for pairs, option D, the insured must surrender the remaining item. The correct answer is option C, no coverage for pairs. The insurer has the option to pay the difference in value or repair/replace the lost item. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. Comprehensive coverage in a PAP is typically written with, option A, no deductible ever, option B, a deductible, which may be lower than the collision deductible, option C, a mandatory percentage deductible, option D, the same deductible as collision. The correct answer is option A, no deductible ever. Comprehensive coverage usually has a deductible, often lower than the collision deductible. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 71. The PAP excludes physical damage coverage for, option A, collision with another vehicle, option B, wear and tear, freezing, mechanical breakdown, and electronic equipment not permanently installed, option C, theft of the entire vehicle, option D, fire damage. The correct answer is option D, fire damage. Maintenance-related damage and certain electronics are excluded from physical damage coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 72. The PAP's other insurance clause for liability typically provides, option A, pro rata sharing with other policies, option B, that the PAP is excess over other collectible insurance for non-owned vehicles, option C, no coverage if other insurance exists, option D, primary coverage always. The correct answer is option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. For non-owned vehicles, the PAP is typically excess over other collectible insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 73. Blanket insurance means, option A, insurance covering only one item, option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations, option C, insurance with no limit, option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Blanket coverage provides a single limit that applies to multiple items, locations, or categories of property. Question 74. An installation floater covers, option A, real estate, option B, building materials and equipment during installation, option C, completed buildings, option D, vehicles. The correct answer is option B, building materials and equipment during installation. Installation floaters cover materials, fixtures, and equipment during installation before they become a permanent part of the building. Question 75. Personal injury protection, PIP, coverage typically includes, option A, only medical expenses, option B, medical expenses, lost wages, and essential services regardless of fault, option C, only property damage, option D, only liability. The correct answer is option A, only medical expenses. PIP provides broad first-party benefits including medical, wage loss, and replacement services. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 76. The proximate cause of a loss is, option A, the first event in a chain of events, option B, the dominant or most direct cause of the loss, option C, any contributing factor, option D, the last event before the loss. The correct answer is option B, the dominant or most direct cause of the loss. Proximate cause is the primary, dominant cause that sets a chain of events in motion leading to the loss. Question 77. The duties after an accident or loss in a PAP require the insured to, option A, do nothing, option B, notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required, option C, only call the police, option D, pay the deductible immediately. The correct answer is option B, Notify the insurer promptly, cooperate with the investigation, and submit to medical exams if required. The insured must provide prompt notice, cooperate, and comply with reasonable requests. Question 78. The liquor liability exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, host liquor liability. Option B, liability for businesses that manufacture, sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages. Option C, all alcohol-related claims. Option D, only claims against bars. The correct answer is option C, all alcohol-related claims. The exclusion applies to those in the alcohol business, not social hosts. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 79. The knowledge of falsity exclusion in coverage B excludes: Option A, all advertising injury. Option B, injury arising from oral or written publication the insured knew was false. Option C, only libel. Option D, only slander. The correct answer is option D, only slander. Knowing falsehoods are excluded. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 80. The CGL policy's expected or intended injury exclusion excludes: Option A, all injuries. Option B, bodily injury or property damage that is expected or intended from the insured's standpoint. Option C, only criminal acts. Option D, only intentional torts. The correct answer is option A, all injuries. Intentional acts by the insured are excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. The omnibus clause in an auto policy. Option A, covers only the named insured. Option B, extends coverage to permissive users. Option C, excludes all other drivers. Option D, reduces coverage. The correct answer is option C, excludes all other drivers. Permissive use extends liability coverage to those using the vehicle with permission. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 82. Spoilage coverage and equipment breakdown insurance applies to: Option A, all food spoilage. Option B, spoilage of perishable goods caused by a covered equipment breakdown. Option C, spoilage from power outages only. Option D, spoilage from any cause. The correct answer is option A, all food spoilage. Spoilage coverage is triggered by a covered equipment breakdown, not general power outages. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 83. A warranty in an insurance contract is: Option A, a statement believed to be true. Option B, a guarantee that a specific condition is absolutely true. Option C, the same as a representation. Option D, an optional policy provision. The correct answer is option A, a statement believed to be true. A warranty is a strict guarantee breach voids coverage regardless of materiality. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 84. The term contribution by equal shares means: Option A, each insurer pays an equal share until each limit is exhausted. Option B, each insurer pays proportionally. Option C, the insured pays half. Option D, only one insurer pays. The correct answer is option D, only one insurer pays. Each insurer pays equally up to its policy limit until the loss is fully covered or all limits are exhausted. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 85. A combined single limit, CSL, for liability. Option A, separates bodily injury and property damage limits. Option B, provides one limit for all bodily injury and property damage arising from one accident. Option C, only covers bodily injury. Option D, only covers property damage. The correct answer is option B, provides one limit for all bodily injury and property damage arising from one accident. CSL provides a single dollar limit for all by and PD from one occurrence. Question 86. Which of the following is an example of a peril? Option A, slippery floor. Option B, fire. Option C, icy sidewalk. Option D, poor lighting. The correct answer is option C, icy sidewalk. A peril is the actual cause of loss, such as fire, wind, or theft. Hazards are conditions that increase the likelihood of a peril occurring. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 87. Agreed value coverage in a commercial property policy. Option A, pays actual cash value. Option B, suspends the coinsurance clause by agreeing on the property's value. Option C, pays replacement cost only. Option D, pays market value. The correct answer is option C, pays replacement cost only. Agreed value suspends the coinsurance requirement because the insurer and insured agree on the property's value. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 88. Actual cash value, ACV, is calculated as: Option A, replacement cost only. Option B, replacement cost minus depreciation. Option C, market value of the property. Option D, agreed value at policy inception. The correct answer is option D, agreed value at policy inception. ACV equals replacement cost, depreciation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 89. A proof of loss form must be submitted. Option A, before the loss occurs. Option B, within a specified time after the loss, usually 60 days. Option C, only if the insurer requests it. Option D, never. The correct answer is option C, only if the insurer requests it. The insured must submit a sworn proof of loss within the time specified in the policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 90. Reasonable expectations doctrine means. Option A, the insured's expectations are irrelevant. Option B, if policy language is ambiguous, the insured's reasonable expectations may prevail. Option C, the insurer's expectations control. Option D, only the literal policy language matters. The correct answer is option D, only the literal policy language matters. Courts may interpret ambiguous policies in favor of the insured's reasonable expectations. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 91. Professional liability insurance for architects and engineers covers. Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from errors, omissions, or negligent design. Option C, only property damage. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. A&E professional liability covers economic losses from professional negligence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 92. The retrospective rating plan. Option A sets a fixed premium. Option B adjusts the final premium based on actual losses during the policy period, within a range. Option C has no premium adjustment. Option D only reduces premiums. The correct answer is option A, sets a fixed premium. Retrospective rating adjusts the premium after the policy period based on actual losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 93. The McCarran-Ferguson Act established that. Option A, the federal government has exclusive authority over insurance. Option B, states have primary authority to regulate insurance. Option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. Option D, insurance is unregulated. The correct answer is option C, the NAIC regulates all insurance. McCarran-Ferguson affirmed state regulation of insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 94. An independent adjuster is. Option A, an employee of an insurer. Option B, a self-employed adjuster who contracts with insurers to handle claims. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an agent. The correct answer is option C, a public adjuster. Independent adjusters are contractors, not employees. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 95. The aggregate limit in a liability policy is. Option A, the per occurrence limit. Option B, the maximum the insurer will pay for all covered losses during the policy period. Option C, the deductible. Option D, the premium. The correct answer is option D, the premium. The aggregate limit is the total maximum payout for all claims during the policy period. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 96. An employee is insured in a commercial auto policy is covered for. Option A, any vehicle they drive. Option B, only when driving a covered auto in the course of employment. Option C, personal use of company vehicles. Option D, any use of any vehicle. The correct answer is option C, personal use of company vehicles. Employees are insured only while using a covered auto within the scope of their employment. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 97. Excess insurance means. Option A, the policy pays first. Option B, the policy pays only after primary insurance limits are exhausted. Option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Option D, no coverage exists. The correct answer is option C, the policy pays equally with primary. Excess coverage applies above and beyond primary policy limits. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 98. Part A of a personal auto policy, PAP, provides. Option A, medical payments coverage. Option B, liability coverage, bodily injury and property damage. Option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Option D, physical damage coverage. The correct answer is option C, uninsured motorist coverage. Part A is liability coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 99. The CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage that. Option A, is expected or intended by the insured. Option B, occurs during the policy period and is caused by an occurrence. Option C, happens anywhere in the world without limitation. Option D, is caused by pollution in all cases. The correct answer is option A, is expected or intended by the insured. The CGL covers by and PD caused by an occurrence during the policy period. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 100. The named non-owner auto policy provides Option A, physical damage coverage for all vehicles. Option B, liability coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle. Option C, comprehensive coverage only. Option D, collision coverage only. The correct answer is option D, collision coverage only. Non-owner policies provide liability coverage for drivers who don't own a car. In this rotation, D is correct.